Good morning to all. It is our English dictation session. Write down, ready, start. The most important declared objectives of the 11th plan are to accelerate the growth rate of GDP from 8% to 10% by the end of the plan, double the per capita income in the next 10 years and create 70 million network opportunities. Full stop. More importantly, the approach paper envisages reduction in poverty by 10 percent points, increase in the literacy rate to 85% reduction in gender gap in literacy to less than 10 percentage points and reductions in IMR to 28 and MMR to 1 per thousand leave births full stop. Much of the action to achieve the objectives of the 11th plan will be in the domain of the states full stop. For example, the burden falls essentially on the states full stop. Central assistance in these areas is normally scheme bound and too little full stop. In the past, a plethora of centrally sponsored schemes with small population have failed to have the desired impact full stop. Lack of the centralized database has led to duplication of efforts full stop. Failure to correctly identify areas of concern and absence of consolidation of best practices are other problems that handicap these schemes full stop. It is learnt that the planning commission is the process of finding out many of these schemes and merging scheme others to enable adequate control over the flow of funds and flexibility in the implementation of the schemes full stop. The central government should not ordinarily have any scheme with an approved annual outlay of less than rupees 500 crores full stop. More flexibility should be given to states to make changes according to local needs full stop. The planning commission of India must specify a sunset clause and notify terminal dates for all existing and future schemes full stop. It is further suggested that all centrally sponsored schemes should have at least 75% contribution from the center with only 25% contribution coming from the states full stop. The 11th plan will have to bring in radical and innovative in the economy full stop. I am intent very happy that the paper stresses inclusive development as one of the most important features of the plan full stop. Considering the fact that the resources of the union government have been exceptionally buoyant in the recent years and are expected to continue to be so, this perhaps is the best opportunity we have of combining growth with distributive justice. Full stop. In my various public speeches and official presentations, I have time and again emphasized the need to include all sections of the society in the development process. Full stop. Balancing the aspirations of the common man in both rural and urban areas and meeting his basic needs are objectives that necessarily require to be incorporated in the plan and also to be integral to the growth process that we adopt. Full stop. I am happy to note that extent regional backwardness and exclusion of certain sections of the society from the growth process has been specifically taken note of by the paper and several new initiatives suggested. Full stop. This will be our major challenge in the 11th 5-year plan and possibly subsequently to full stop. Thank you very much.